But just like that, fellas, we're live. What's up, man? How y'all feeling? Feeling good?
Good, man. Excellent, baby. I'm playing a road game, as y'all can see. I'm out at grandma's crib for celebrating the holidays. And, so yeah, it's gonna be a dope time over the next couple of weeks. What about y'all? What's going on with y'all world?
Shit.
I'm at work right now. I'm actually just getting off work.
Yeah.
Are
they giving you time off for the holidays, little, or what's the story with that?
Excuse me?
Are they giving you time off for the holidays? You taking some vacation time? What does that look like?
Yeah. What's my last day? Next week, Tuesday, I think. If I'm not mistaken. And I'm off maybe like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now I'm gonna be around the house. I'm not welcome in Tallahassee.
Nigga, please. I told you to come to Tallahassee a couple of times. Nah, Chuck, I'm not coming to Tallahassee.
Yeah, I'm not welcome that either.
We're not welcome after last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah.
But no,
yeah.
Gotta keep our distance.
No, my house is back in order, B. My house is back in order. Things are the way they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Wife in the kitchen cooking where she's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's we good. We good.
Let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
When you saw your wife for the first time after 10 days, she had a smile on her face, right? It wasn't because she saw you, bro.
My house is back in order, fam. Like, things are the way they're supposed to be. That's it. That's what we're going with this, nigga. Ain't gonna, that's about it, B.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, man. That was a good little jaunt for the weekend. That was a little fun time. Now things are back.
All jokes aside, man, it was good to see her, man. I had to see you in a while, so glad she was able to come represent for the Jones family.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
next time you gotta come up.
So
y'all know my feelings. Like, if we're gonna keep it 100, y'all know my feelings about going to Boston. Like, salute to Boston, salute to the city, salute to the people. But like in real life, Boston just has this dark cloud over it in my personal life. You know what I mean? And so going up there is never really
fun. I get it.
It's never fun. Yeah, it's not that. You know what I mean? It's not what I would like it to be. So until I can change that air about Boston, we just kind of, I go up there as few times as often. But no, I definitely salute y'all for holding my girl down while she was there, and yeah, she had a blast, she had a great time. Came home with a bunch of stories, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's
good. No, but you don't know how to drive.
That's what's up. But yeah, man. I got some more Christmas shopping I gotta finish up, man. I started early and try to get a head start on everything, and before you know it, it's a week before Christmas, and I'm not finished. So
I haven't even started.
I'll be in those streets this weekend.
I've started. I just dread doing the rapping.
Oh no, I pay someone else to do it.
That's some Hightower shit, ain't it?
It definitely is.
Add that to the someone to do that.
Add it to the bougie list.
It's a donation, man. You give back to the community who's doing something for the community.
That's top 3 bougiest things you've ever said on this show.
They have a Greek sorority that they post up in the mall, and for a certain dollar amount, based on the size of your gift, they'll wrap it for you. It's going to a good cause. Who am I to say no?
Clearly, you got money to throw around to get your gifts wrapped. I bought a whole wife just for that reason, B. Like, you know what I mean? That's part of the wedding vows. Like,
no.
Make dinner, you wrap Christmas gifts.
No, I get it. You got a whole wife to wrap gifts, and this Greek sorority is a group of women, and they're there to wrap gifts.
You're gonna have to stop saying that. You're gonna get jumped over and hurt. You were at your wife's people's house, right? Or you're at your house? Or you're at your family's house?
I'm at my grandmother's crib, but it's irrelevant about where I am. B, facts is facts.
You did not buy a wife.
When you pay for a wife, you hopefully you get the all-inclusive package. That includes things like wrapping the Christmas gifts and dusting. Like, that's, you don't buy a la carte. Get the all-inclusive. You don't gotta worry about that. You don't gotta worry about donating to Greek societies to get them to wrap your presents.
No, that's just my good deed for the month.
Yeah, Okay.
I do a good deed at least once a month. And every Christmas, I look for that table in the mall. So, okay, y'all are back. I'll be back tomorrow. I come home, bring all my shit to the mall. Here you go. I'll be back in 30 minutes.
No way. And not only that, I paid a premium for my wife, nigga. Like I paid for the upper echelon. I paid for the first class.
Oh.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Don't get hit. Don't get hit.
Come on, man.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Tell them, Faye.
Oh man, twins on the road tonight.
We're doing a holiday grab over here, and our family's pretty big, so we do the whole pull a name, buy a gift, exchange, that kind of thing, whole Secret Santa joint.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that ticks me off about it, is that it just seems like so many people like or request. So now we have these lists and these requests, like, yo, if you pull my name, I want a gift card. Get out of here, man. We've talked about this on this show a million times about how people want cash and gift cards for.
Well, you're not big on gift cards anyways, right?
I hate it, man. It's the most impersonal thing. Like,
Mm.
Christmas is supposed to be spent with people who you love. You know what they like. You know what they into. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be a matter of, okay, give me a list of things that you want, and people like, just give me cash, and I'll just go buy what I want. No, like, I should know you to where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get you the things that you want.
I don't agree.
Yeah. But John, wait.
Of course, you wouldn't agree.
But do you have a certain money amount that you go up to, or is it just like, fuck it?
We had a $50. We had a $50 limit on us. I think it was.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. When I need directions to get from point A to point B, I open up my Google Maps. Gift giving is no different.
It's absolutely different.
If you know what you like, if you know what you like and I don't, let me know, and we're gonna look to get it.
Do you need a list for your wife?
Yeah, sometimes.
That's outrageous. That means you haven't been listening to her talk all year long.
No,
I observe. You gotta observe as you go throughout the year. You see what? Yeah,
that's it.
Gifts of my wife are twofold. On the one hand, I'm getting her things that I think I like to see her in or with. On the other hand, I'm getting her things that I know that she said that she's liked over the course of the last 6 months. I'm not waiting all year to get it. If it's going to happen in the top half of the year, then she's probably going to get it for her birthday, Mother's Day, whatever the case is. She's going to get it before Christmas.
Yeah.
By the time Christmas comes, that list is usually exhausted.
So, no, it shouldn't be.
Oh yeah,
it shouldn't be. I mean, Faye's talking about Faye's talking about a bag. She's talking about some jewelry. Or, oh, I saw this. I like this. Just over the course of this is why it's so important for dudes to listen to what their girl is saying over the course of the year, right?
So stop right there.
Like you were saying, drop some things for the birthday. That's cool. That's dope. But the December 25th is always on your radar. Put some things aside for that.
Stop right there. What's the difference between her telling you 11 months prior as opposed to her telling you in December? It's the same thing. She's still telling you.
It's
whether it's direct or indirect.
But it's really the indirect. It's really that, no, understand that I've been paying attention to you for the last 12 months as part of this gift giving. Okay. Understand that I've been focused on your desires for the last 12 months. Not necessarily just like, yo, I need you to give me a list with 10 things on it tomorrow and I'll go shopping tomorrow. No, I've been here. Pardon me, y'all.
No,
don't worry. It's a road
trip. I think it's the same thing, man. You either wait 11 months to collect that list mentally, or to give it to you at once. It's the same thing.
Nah, I mean,
the premise remains. How you receive the information may be different, but the premise remains.
I think I would hope that. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
You're about to throw shoes in commotion.
But you see what I'm saying, though, right? Like, whether she tells me she wants it in December or tells me in October, she told me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the difference?
I dig it, but there's some times where, when I listen to certain things that she may, like I may get her stuff as time goes on, but I still listen to certain other things that she's like ooh and on about, or she's like, I'm gonna get it later on. If I know that she doesn't have it already, and Christmas time comes up, okay, we'll make sure we throw that in there. Like,
Sure.
But again, unless you did that on your own, she told you.
But that's fine. But there's an extra credit to, damn, you was paying attention to me when I was talking.
Yeah.
That's just as important as the gift. The fact that you were being attentive. That's part of our role and responsibilities.
Sure, that's the icing on the cake, sure. But like when you live with a lady who, spends like her mom, and she sees it on Monday. If I don't get it Monday, she's got it by Tuesday or Wednesday. So come Christmas time, there's nothing left to get. So I got to get it before she even thinks about telling me that she wants it.
Yeah.
So that I can be like, slow down.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Faye's not that way, so I guess I dodged a bullet with that, right? Like, she's not an impulse buyer. She's very much like I like this, but let me think. And she'll think for a couple of months. And by then, I've done built a whole list of things I'm going to end up grabbing. You know what I mean? By the time December rolls around and February rolls around, I've been able to kind of stockpile some of the things that she wants for Christmas and her birthday. You know what I mean? And then obviously,
what you say, Little?
Yeah, I was about to say, all I know is these chicks, they expensive, man.
Chicks?
And all I ask in return is to make sure I get something as expensive as what I've been paying for you throughout the year.
Listen, this is why you got to settle down, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
You.
It's true. That's true.
It's only expensive when you got more than one.
See, here's the bullshit.
Bro.
Here's the bullshit.
I can't imagine doing this 3 times. You bugging. Listen, I got a wife and a daughter. I'm not doing nothing else. Anyone else outside of those two? Anyone outside of them two, they get their gifts after Christmas.
You trying to get out the game anytime soon?
Moving on.
This nigga, he want to eat chips and shit. Like this is like the holiday time. This is when you're supposed to be like bringing.
We have 3 minutes to talk about something really important.
I don't know. I gotta go. Hey, what's up, Deanna? How you doing? We gotta get Deanna back on the show, man. She's always a good time.
Yeah, she's ready.
It's interesting. Like, yo, come on. We can't do this with DeRosa, man. We ain't gonna do this with this guy, man. DeRosa spend weekends in Egypt, but he talking to me about pools. Like, don't do that, B. Don't do that. He fly out to Cambodia for lunch and then come back home real quick. Like, come on, we gotta be focused, man. This time of year brings about, like, I got a cousin coming to the house tomorrow, right? And he's bringing some girl like he was just been dating, right? And so it's like, do you even bring somebody you just dating to Christmas? Like, I think you have to be cemented, don't you, before you start bringing people for?
How long they been dating?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. But I think just dating, that don't impress me. Like, oh, this is my new girl. Yeah, bring it though. Bring it though. But we've just been dating. Because y'all know how I feel about the dating stage. The dating stage is just like, like, we go out, we're getting to know each other, we're really kind of developing like interests. That's what the dating stage is for. It's not to bring her around the family. Oh God, Deanna's giving a list. Of course she is, B.
Listen,
I'm not surprised by that.
Deanna ain't missed a shot yet.
Yeah.
Everything
on there, Chanel and Triple H Clarity. Come on, man. Queen, what's good, Queen? We appreciate you rocking out.
Listen, I think we should leave this comment on the screen right here. Look at that. And you the real MVP. See?
Nah, so clearly, spell check, because I don't know
how. Oh, we got a few of these. Okay. Hightower on the winning team this week. I'm with it.
Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna end 2021 with a bang, right? Like that's how we're gonna go out of here. Salute to the guys, man. We didn't salute the fellas, man. We got salute Maine, salute Payne. Those guys over catching a Celtics game, I believe, right? They're watching the
Celtics Warriors, I think. Yeah.
Right up. So salute those guys. We miss you on the show as always. This is the last show for 2021, so we appreciate y'all tuned in. Hightower, it's about that time, isn't it, brother?
It's about that time.
About 6 seconds.
94.
Let's get it.
It's a good number.
Hey yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic. Yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel Hightower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go. Let's go.
Dog, every time I hear that, I be like, I need to give Donnell White a run for his money. I need to get my bars back up, man.
Yeah.
I need to get my bars back up, man.
I'm retired.
Y'all don't know.
Oh yeah, it was like that, huh, Ant?
Nah, not even close.
Oh, I was about to say, you got 16? You got 16? Little hit me earlier like, yo, let's do the Can We Talk challenge. Nigga.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
What is that?
You got to sing Tevin Campbell's Can We Talk?
To another man.
What?
I don't know about to another man.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Talking about
We're going a little bit too far.
That's the challenge.
It's Tank's challenge. Tank challenged, the R&B singers to do, what was it? Was it the bridge of that song, or was it just the chorus?
It was the bridge, yeah.
It was the chorus. It was the chorus, right?
Was it? I thought it was the bridge, but you could be right.
Yeah. So, you had a bunch of, famous people singing. Slim Thug was actually, on there doing his thing.
That was hilarious, man. Yeah, that was hilarious.
He definitely was. But yeah, maybe later on during the show, unless you guys, got in you now to do the challenge. I mean, I have no problem.
No, definitely not. Let me get 2 more drinks in me. We might close the show with it for the holiday break. Let's see where we are with that. Give me a couple more drinks in me.
Okay.
But
There was
until then,
another challenge before that one. The Nobody's Supposed to Be Here challenge. Remember that? Deborah Cox.
oh really?
That one was tough. That one was tough. Because
I would do that one.
Deborah Cox hit that point of the song that only she can hit. And that was the challenge. Everybody had to hit that part of the song. And bro, some people did it, but not everybody was able to hit it like she did, man.
Yeah, well, that's
I love.
Some songs are just made for people.
Yeah,
I agree. Check this out. There's a situation I stumbled into. I wanted to hear what y'all thought about it. So peep game. Dude hit me and he said, "Yo, Chuck, I started dating this girl on October 1st of this year. And things have been going really well, etc., etc. And she hit me yesterday and said that, she was taking pictures and selfies of herself. And she was in the polo store, she was in the jewelry store, all these kind of different things. And she was talking about how Christmas is her favorite time of the year. And she's really about to bless me better than any chick has ever blessed me before, and da-da-da-da-da.
I like her already.
But I guess he was like, yo, like, I'm not comfortable with that. You out here, you being a ballaholic, you spending big bread in those stores, and we only been dating for a couple of months. You know what I mean? So I guess he told her he was uneasy with her spending that. Is that a red flag? Is that a red flag on that he notices her spending habits and that he's not comfortable? Is it more related to the relationship time? Like, is that something that should stand out? Because to me, it stands out.
I don't know.
Got it.
Yeah, if she don't have it, but what if that's the way she was brought up? What if she has it like that? And that's just normal to her.
So like my wife, she just got it.
Because if she has it like that, where she, she's in a rich upbringing and stuff like that, then maybe he's a little bit more worried about what he's not able to do.
But that's fair, isn't it? That's fair. So you match it. I'm not trying to match that energy 2 months in. I'm not trying to match Rolex
But
energy 2 months in. I
that
don't
all
even know
depends.
you.
But she didn't ask for it, did she? I mean, is she asking for all that? She's blessing him.
Nah, so you're not gonna give her a teddy bear for Christmas if she's giving you diamonds and polo hoodies, B. That's not how that's gonna go.
No, you just got to give her A1 when the lights go low. That's it.
I don't even. No, that's not even commensurate. You know?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It ain't tricking if you got it. Men do it all the time.
Like Dion just said, why doesn't he ask more questions? You know.
So as men, sometimes I hate when people use that word insecure. Sometimes as men, we just want to get an understanding of our feelings valid. You know what I mean? Like, are we okay to feel like this? Are we okay to question that? Like, I understand questioning that 2 months in, B. You know what I mean? We haven't gone on enough dates for me to understand that, yeah, okay, I'm comfortable buying you diamonds and shit like that. Like, we ain't I don't know you that well.
Mm.
I'm not.
That's not fair?
I'm not doing it, but I'm not going to question how they spend their bread.
Yeah.
Especially if it's on me.
Nah, man, you set a false foundation at the very best.
No,
You
I
set
don't.
a false foundation.
I set a foundation of me being very appreciative of receiving gifts, no matter the cost, and how I reciprocate is based on what I'm able to do.
Yeah.
If I can't keep up, then I can't keep up. But I'm not competing with you.
Yeah.
If you got bread like that, then that's what you're gonna do. But know where I stand, know what I got, and know what I'm bringing to the table.
I can't see who that is who's making a comment.
Which one? This one here? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it either. Now, what they got to log in, right?
Yeah, they got to log in.
Yeah, for sure. But I think part of our job, right, is to really, we have to develop reciprocal energy. We have to be able to say, yo, like, you guys know my slogan. My slogan is always like, yo, I'm gonna treat you well. If I treat you well, you treat me well. We're both gonna treat me well. You guys know my slogan with that, right? So, I feel like that just comes with understanding of the time frame. That comes with understanding, like, yo, like, all right, now we're at a stage in our relationship where I could put that kind of energy into you. That's not happening after 2 months.
Well, I agree to that point. After 2 months, it might be a little excessive to be spending that type of bread on someone you barely know. We can agree there. However, if it's nothing to her, Jay-Z and JD, money ain't a thing, then let her do what she's gonna do. But there has to be a conversation about, the expectations of, just because you're doing this doesn't mean I'm gonna do this because I'm not in a position to do it as easy or as with the same amount of ease as you can. My Amex ain't black. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're still willing to accept, even though you can't match that energy? You know up front you can't match that energy.
No, I mean I'll accept it, but if it gets to a point where I'm like, wait a minute, if there's an expectation for me to return this type of energy, then we got to have a conversation.
Yeah, you got to have that.
Then it's like, I can't keep taking this from you because
I can't return that same type of favor.
Well, see, here's the thing. What's the level of embarrassment? Again, you only know her for 2 months. What's the level of embarrassment on Christmas morning, right? When she gives you, hey, baby, like, these 2 months have been incredible. Like, here's this Rolex for $8,000, right? And you're like, damn, like, this is dope. All I really copped you was this matching sweatsuit with these sneakers. You know what I mean? Like, and she looks at you like, oh, well, you bought a gift that was commensurate to 2 months dating, right? And she bought a gift that was like anniversary, like we've been together 3 years, like.
Listen, that just means y'all haven't talked enough to learn enough about each other. That's all that is.
Yeah, but see, there could have been a situation where you had that conversation, and now she's treating you like a charity case.
No.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, see, but
you think?
It could be an indirect thing, like, oh, he's so sweet, he's so modest. I want to buy this for him because he probably just won't buy it for himself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's like that.
that's real.
I mean, I buy my wife stuff that she wouldn't buy herself, but it's not under those same type of pretenses.
Well, what makes you think this is the same type of pretenses?
Because some
Like-
people with money think that way.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you say that because you was talking about what wifey was doing for you. Like Fabian bought me my first 2 Movados. It's interesting, like, because those are things that I would never have bought for myself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just coming from the financial background that I came from, and the way I struggled with money in my 20s, where everybody else was being a ballaholic. So there was some luxury things that I just was like, oh, those are just dreams. Those things wasn't designed for me. You know what I mean? And she was the one who bought me Movado. She was the one who was buying me luxury things. So I was like, oh, I don't even. This is crazy. You know what I mean? But the point of it all is that don't come 2 months in. I promise you, she bought me like a Baltimore Orioles fitted 2 months in because of the A1, right? Like she was like, "Yo, this is top choice sirloin right now," like And so like that's, but it wasn't. She wasn't out buying Movados then. She was like, "Yo, like, you can get this Redman CD."
This is where it gets subjective, because to us, a Rolex is high level, but it could be a dozen roses could be high level to somebody who's never had that type of treatment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm buying a woman matching sweatsuits and roses and taking her out all the time in that 2-month span, she can have the same feeling because of whatever reason. So, I mean, I don't think it's the dollar amount that's necessarily going to make that much of a difference. I think it's subjective to what that person receiving the gift is accustomed to receiving.
I'm pretty sure if y'all had the conversation in the very beginning of getting to know each other, and she brought you something that first time, and you looked at it and was like, wait, this is a lot, and y'all had that conversation, I'm pretty sure she would have either scaled back or she would have told you this is just how she is, so be it. I think if a guy is still worried about the fact that she's still buying all these high priced things, I think that's more of his pride than anything.
I've told you guys a million. Hold on, no. I've told you guys a million times on this show that a woman's number one job is to manage a man's ego, right? And so if this is a peanut butter and jelly dude, this is a guest watch dude, right? And you've learned that over the time of dating. You know what he is, right? For you to try to supersede that might be nice in your head, but it could go against his ego also.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, what's the fun in that?
Yeah.
So no, but that's when you start to be a user. When you start, see, these are signs of manipulators, people who are trying to get things from somebody without really knowing if there's going to be a future. And I don't like that energy. I hate when there's a dude who's like, well, I'm gonna get whatever I can from this chick, whatever. But you don't even want to be with her. You just want her to accept the gifts. That's corny to me, bro.
I don't know.
I won't call it corny, man. It's part of the game. You got to be in it to win it.
I mean, so Deanna asked, what do you advise a chick who got it like that? I mean,
it ain't tricking if you got it.
Nah, I still think it's read the room. And I still think 2 months is wild. 2 months is wild. You guys don't agree with at least 2 months is wild?
I don't agree with that. And I'll give you an example.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
When I was dating my then girlfriend, now wife, I was going to Tiffany and buying jewelry from there.
You said you were or you weren't?
I was.
You were buying your girlfriend Tiffany?
No, I was buying my girlfriend Tiffany's jewelry.
And we were going to great restaurants.
How long into this is dating, or we've committed and now we're moving forward?
Oh no, we're committed. We just weren't married.
So okay, so you had already passed the dating stage.
I passed the dating stage, but even during the dating stage, we were doing stuff. She
Stuff
takes me
on
out.
Tiffany's levels?
No, it wasn't stuff on Tiffany's level, but it was stuff on a level that she thought was sufficient for me, and I thought was sufficient for her, without necessarily having that conversation.
Yeah.
But for me, she's been such a rock that it was never a question that I needed to step it up in certain areas. So when I had it, she had it. So I was in Tiffany's twice a month. It wasn't always an occasion. It was like, thank you for whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't always waiting for her birthday or a holiday or whatever. It was like
showing appreciation.
It was on my mind or heart to get it because she meant that much to me. So I got it.
I think sometimes on this show, and y'all pardon me, Sparring Minds, sometimes on this show, I need Rosetta Stone. Because Hightower will be talking about things that I don't understand. I don't understand being in Tiffany's. Listen, I went to Tiffany's once. This is the true story. I was like, yo, I'm going to marry Fabian. She's dope. And she gives great head. So I'm going to go into Tiffany.
Nigga, what are we doing?
All right. I'm not supposed to say that on the show. Let's edit that part out the show.
Listen, you're gonna be back in Boston in a minute. You keep playing games, Chuck.
Can we edit a live show? I'm not sure if we can do that or not. We'll figure it out.
That one-way ticket's away. Keep playing.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna marry her. She's super dope. So I said, I gotta go buy her a ring. So I stumbled into Tiffany's. They ran me right back out of Tiffany's, B. I never seen that many commas in the price tag. Like it was. Nah, I swore it was a typo on the wrist. Come on, B.
Dude, what store did you go to, bro? I wasn't going. I mean, I was going broke, but I wasn't going like I wasn't getting run out the store. I was on first name basis with some people because I was in there so much. I had to. One time I get the bracelet, I had to go back get the matching necklace or the earrings, whatever it was. I had to make sure the set was complete.
Yeah,
she still got it.
No, that's incredible. Listen, they know your name in Tiffany's. They know my name in that bracelet store. What's that bracelet store with the little balls? And he used to buy a bunch of them. like, hi, Charles, welcome back. They knew me in there because them charms was $50-$60 a piece. Yes, sir. Give me 2, B.
Yeah.
Not in there with commas and outrageous. No price tag. That's how you know things are expensive because they didn't have a price tag on some things. It was just like,
yeah.
You looking over here?
He skipped past K's. He skipped past the cheaper little spots. He went straight to
that's Hightower too good for that. Come on, man.
Oh yeah. I know she got plenty of Pandora.
Yeah, Pandora. That's what I was at. I was a regular in Pandora.
I had to create a first impression, man.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, because at least she sees how far you would go for, when it comes down to gifts.
Look at that. Baby know what time it is.
Come on, man. First off, she ain't gonna be hacking my account. See, this is why we need to go back to some privacy things on the show, man.
Wait, did she change her profile picture?
To Daddy. Yes, she did. Now, any other questions about it?
No.
Yeah,
it's all right. She's back home now.
Yeah, she is, and that's where she's staying, right here next to me. I think so. The advice we're gonna give this guy is what? Like, listen. No, at this point it's too late. Christmas is next week.
Never too late.
So what are you gonna tell him? Run?
I'm gonna tell him don't try to match energy. Don't try to match this energy. Right? You set yourself up to fail if you're not financially built for that. You would agree with that.
Why not just be honest and say, hey, I just can't spend like you spend, and this is what I can do for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, just be honest.
I hear you. It's tough when you're in the dating stage because in that dating stage, everything you do, you hope is trying to impress this girl, right?
If she's buying you those gifts, I think she's impressed enough. There has to be. Yeah.
I'm not opposed to a woman trying to impress me. Isn't that their job?
And you're the first one who talks about reciprocal energy.
Yeah, I understand that. Listen, we all wake up in the morning, put our pants on the same way, with hopes, for those who are not in relationships, obviously, with hopes that you look presentable enough to catch the eye of somebody else. Same thing with women. You see what I mean? It's the same thing.
Sure.
So it advances with money eventually.
And I'm fine with that as long as it's after the dating stage. It can't be that in the dating stage. That's all I'm saying. If we're together, we're committed. Word. Let's move, because I know we're gonna be together. We're gonna try to make this thing work. In the dating stage, it's too early for gigantic gifts.
Then speak on it. Communicate that.
I think that's a red flag. I think that's a red flag.
Let's even clarify it further. You're always dating until you're married, right?
You always did. I disagree with that. I've always hated that statement.
I mean, it's true.
But it's true.
Because it dilutes the importance of, okay, we're committed for a year. We're committed for a time where now we're no longer just dating to get to know you. Now we're actually taking this time to develop our relationship.
Sure.
That's an important stage. And too many people are skipping that.
No. I mean, it's there, but until you get married and show your full, I don't know, commitment to that person.
No, you're wrong.
Am I?
You're wrong. You should have been using that ever since we said, hey, we're going to be together. You should have been using that time to develop that energy.
Sure. And what I'm saying is,
you're off the market at that point.
Of course you are. Sure.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, you can do that and you can be in that dating stage and you can do the gift thing and all that stuff. And things could still go left and not work out. Doesn't mean it was a waste of time. It just means it didn't work out. Right? So in your definition, you shouldn't get gifts until you're married? Like I don't
No, because I think that when you're in the committed stage, which is huge, very important stage, when you're in that committed stage, that's the time to kind of have these conversations about, what's our gift energy? You know what I mean? What's our end goal too? Right? That's when you can start having those discussions. That's over time.
I don't think I've ever had a conversation of gift giving. How much we should spend. I should spend. How much should be spent on me? I don't think I've ever had one of those conversations.
Listen, the only goal in giving gifts is to show your appreciation and make the next person happy.
Mm-hmm.
The next person feel appreciated, or to make the next person feel special. That's the bottom line.
There were times, this very early in my marriage, right, where I would tell Fabian, "Oh, you know what? Let's just not get Christmas gifts this year. Let's focus our finances on other things, right?" And she would be like, "Oh, okay, I understand. We can do that. Whatever, no big deal, right?"
But she had an understanding that you probably just didn't have the money.
Well, so let me finish. So and then Christmas morning comes, and I will bring her a new luxury bag she was looking at. She'll be like, "What the fuck is this? You said we're not doing gifts, right?"
But you tricked her.
Yes, but it's with the intention of, I'm appreciative of you. I don't need anything back. I just want to let you know, I want to illustrate how important you are. Here's this gift, etc., etc.
But that's selfish. That's selfish.
That's what she says, and I don't think that's not selfish at all.
That is selfish.
Because you took the opportunity away from her to do the same for you.
No,
after you had the conversation.
No.
Go ahead. I know you're saying the same thing.
Hey, no, I'm with you, Hightower. I mean, Chuck's a different breed, so
No,
I get it.
That's not selfish at all. I think it's selfless, right? That's me saying, no, I don't want my girl to worry about trying to get me anything. My job is to sit here and make her smile. That's all I'm here for, and I was able to accomplish that.
Yeah, but sometimes you can make her. She can get that same smile and feeling by doing something for you to see you smile.
Exactly. Because she wants to see man, that you appreciate that. She did something great for you. Like, come on, Chuck, stop being selfish.
but I don't require. This is what we're going back to. This is why I tied this back to the original story. I don't require reciprocal energy, right? As the man, as the leader, I don't require reciprocal energy because I'm doing for my queen. Like this ain't. The energy.
Too much pride, man. Right? Too much pride. Too much pride.
Well, Sparring Minds Pride episode 11. Go check the archives. We talked about pride.
I'm glad you up on those numbers too.
I do this, baby. I do this. Shameless plug, baby. So we're talking about red flags on the show tonight, right? And Little had blessed us with a story that to me was literally littered with red flags. So talk to me about this, Little. And I guess at the end of the story, we're trying to see if this is a relationship that should continue, I guess, or we'll figure it out. But let's talk about it. Let's see where we are.
Yeah, I was invited to probably a little dinner date. Couple of couples. One couple in particular. They was having a few issues, and they just wanted some clarity. And some outer. They just wanted some other influence to see. Who was wrong, basically. And I guess they've been dating for like 6 months.
Hold on. I hate shit like that.
What?
Don't have a dinner party and you bring in a messy vibe to the dinner party.
Is that already a red flag?
To me, right? Ant, would you agree? Like y'all come in here and one of y'all on the ride here said, "I'm gonna bring this up at the party. Let's see who's right or wrong." That's messy, son. We had to have a good time, nothing to deal with y'all. Pardon me, go ahead.
Well, it was a planned event. It was a planned event, staged around having this conversation. So we already knew coming in what we were coming into.
The event was built around discussing this couple's troubles?
Yeah, basically.
Like an intervention?
What are we doing here?
6 months in. So the first 2 months of the relationship was great. Bike riding, they're exercising together, they're doing everything together. And I guess things got a little bit murky.
Hold on, Little. I'm sorry.
Nope.
6 months in and they having troubles? That's the first red flag. That's the second red flag. 6 months in should just be for sex. You shouldn't be having any troubles 6 months into the relationship.
What, no conversation, just sex?
It should be 90% sex.
That's a red flag.
Y'all act like I'm saying something that's wrong. Like, so y'all okay. Y'all have had relationship problems 6 months in?
Well, the first 2 months, like I said, was great. The first 2 months were great. They did everything together. Beautiful couple. I met them. I met them both at the same time. Everything looked cool. I think 2 months into the relationship, her daughter came back home.
Where was the daughter?
Her daughter was out of state with her father for a while. I think she went down south maybe for the summer with her father, whatever.
How old was she?
Probably 13, 14, somewhere in there.
Oh, she's a child. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the daughter comes back and there became a change, and we'll call him Phil. So Phil started, telling Vivian, "Hey, your daughter, she doesn't really clean up a lot. Do you mind, like, kind of?"
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag.
What are we doing here?
I believe it is a red flag there too. It definitely was a red flag.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what am I at 3?
Yeah, at 3.
Okay.
You're at 3. And I was in this predicament once, and I realized it was a red flag. Trying to tell somebody else what someone else's daughter needs to do. So, I guess there was talk about, I guess he felt like she wasn't mothering the child a little bit, showing her how to like clean up and do stuff of that nature. And I guess she asked him basically, what, do you not think I'm not a good mother? Like, I've raised my daughter this far by myself. I've been doing this on my own. I do give her some leeway. Maybe I let her off the hook a little bit, but let me ease into, teaching her how to, whatever. And I guess, I can't remember if his response was something to the nature of, but actually, no, that was something else. But, that happened. And then I guess.
No. We're not going to skip past that.
No,
that's another red flag. His response is directly related to a red flag. So if he just shut up and said, you know what, like, nah, like, what you're doing here is whatever you feel comfortable. I'm here to support you. That's cool. Anything outside of that is now a red flag, right? He has to understand to mind his business. Go ahead. Sorry, that's cool for me though.
Yeah. And the reason why he brought that up is because within that time, he's already talked to her about, them probably maybe one day moving in together. And he didn't want her daughter to kind of be doing the same type of things, when they move in together. So he was trying to, ahead of the time, fix things, and whatnot. And I think, good. What you saying?
I was gonna say you can't do it that way.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So how do you do it? How do you do it?
How do you do what? How do you set precedent? You can't set precedent until you get into that space.
Yeah.
And 6 months in, you're not even close.
Yeah.
I agree. That's fair.
Y'all not even living in the same. They're not even living in the same house at this point either.
Yeah, you just come to visit.
They're dating. They're dating.
So he just come by and visit, judge, and leave?
Yeah.
Yep. Pays no rent there, nothing. She doesn't ask him for any money, no nothing.
That's
Get
5
this
red
Kevin
flags.
Samuels listener out of here, man. What's he doing out here?
Well, first off, don't do that because I listen to Kevin Samuels as well.
Yeah, get you out of here.
Continue, little. Talk to us.
You do have some Kevin Samuels in you.
Don't do that.
Pause.
Hey, yo, we gotta retire pause next year, yo.
Yeah, I don't know. These kids got me saying that.
We gotta talk about it, man.
Like, come on, let's grow up. But what else happened? I guess he's big on finances. So I don't know how early in the relationship, I'm I don't really care and wonder about, the other person's finances and stuff like that. So it takes me a little bit longer. But within the 6 months, he was already asking her about her finances. And basically, I know he eventually down the road, he brought up that they should have an account together.
So that brings up the notion or the conversation of dating with purpose, right? And when you're dating with purpose, you're dating so that you have a general understanding of what life would be like if you two were together. And finances is a part of that, right? Now, I guess my question would be, is 6 months too early to have that conversation? But I think that's what I've always said use the dating stage for. Is to understand that.
No,
so
but you
I
just
don't
said
know if
the
that's
first 6 months is just sex, no talking. So now you gotta wait for the next 6 months to have a conversation.
Yeah, you definitely did. And it's videotaped.
Yeah. Yo, first off, you ain't gonna pay attention. It's funny when you want to pay attention and when you don't. 90% sex, 10% this kind of conversation. Let's continue.
It's 10% not enough to have these kind of conversations. You need at least 30.
So he brought up the finances conversation. How did she receive that?
You know what? She thought it was too early to be having that type of conversation because she's never gone through that with anyone else, especially that early, in the dating stage.
How old is dude, by the way?
They're in their 30s. They're both in their 30s. So he's definitely big on the finances. So he asked her about a budget plan, like, how much does she save monthly, stuff like that. He told her to write out a budget plan for him so he could see it.
Nah, that's 6. That's 6. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and write out no budget plan for you, bro. We can discuss it. We can exchange information. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not doing that. You wilding.
No.
But peep it. She writes out the budget plan, and he looks at it. He doesn't like it.
He wasn't gonna like it.
No,
It didn't
he
matter what
doesn't
she
like it.
wrote.
Exactly.
You know, so I'm not sure if he, you know, he went over it with her or whatever, or if she, I think she probably coached him on what it was that she was saving. Come find out, she makes $200 more than he does.
Is he a financial advisor? Who is he?
He definitely is.
Apparently, he's a scrub.
Yeah, man, you kidding me? Go ahead. That's 7.
What's 7?
What did I
He's
say his
making
name
less
was?
than her?
Phil?
7 red flags I've caught.
I'm saying.
So Phil has 7 red flags, right?
So the fact that he's making less than her is not a red flag to you?
No,
Okay, just checking.
no.
It-
The fact that now he's trying to put himself in a position to manage her books, and we've been
But
dating for
see-
6 months.
But see, this is where you add that extra red flag at. So she makes $200 more than him a month at a stable job with, you know, stable hours. He tells her, you need to get another job because you're not saving enough.
That's not the right bro. You gotta approach that conversation way different than that. First of all, you can never tell someone else they need to get a second job.
And
And they make more than you.
you better not be the man talking about a woman needs to get a second job.
Yeah.
Get out of here. That's
Exactly.
8 red flags. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sitting here, now I'm at the table and I'm hearing the whole conversation. He has a straight face, like he's dead up serious.
Hold up. Before you go any further, have y'all ordered drinks or anything at this point?
I don't remember if any of us was drinking any heavy. We weren't drinking anything heavy. No. Mm. Charles, rookie mistake. You gotta turn the audio.
What you say, Chuck?
Y'all just sat down at the table, like, tell us a story. There was no appetizers, no nothing.
They didn't even get
No, there was food. There was food. I actually brought some Indian food there. You know. There was food, but there was no alcohol. I don't remember any alcohol.
Good thing. That could have went way worse.
It definitely can. It definitely could.
It don't sound good now. So I wonder how worse it could have gotten.
Somebody might have got cut.
Well, what else was there? We went through the budget. We went through. Oh yeah. So they went over the talks again about, you know, the bank account, you know, the joint account, and come to find out she's put money in the account, but he's never matched the money.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah.
So, well, hold on, little. Let's Sparring Minds listeners. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. Y'all just go get some water, something. We're gonna talk here internally. Y'all come back in a couple seconds. And we clear?
Yep, we're clear.
All right, we clear. Little, is this a real story?
This is a real story.
This is crazy.
This is a real.
I've never seen this many red flags in my life. It's in 6 months?
Yeah, don't be Phil.
No. You saw that in one dinner setting.
This is in one dinner.
Right. The fact that all this
An hour and a half. I was there. They were there a little bit before I was. I came late, you know.
Nah.
Okay, so this dude, let's make sure I'm clear before we go back to the audience. This guy says, hey, this guy says, hey, you're not managing your money correctly. Don't worry about the fact that I make less than you. And I come let's open up a joint account. But I'm not going to put money in it just yet. You can put the money in. That's where we are right now?
Yeah.
And you got to get a second job.
And you got to get a second job. All right, cool. Let's go back to the show. Sparring Minds listeners, we're back to the show. Pardon me. I just had to get caught up. I thought, all right, pardon me. Go ahead, little. We're on the same page now.
You know, I mean, I'm sitting there at the table, and even like his mannerism, the way he's, was speaking, there was no like feeling. And her big thing with him was she actually was doing all this stuff. You know, she even went and got the second job. She went and got the second job. She did the budget plan for this dude. and helped him out a little bit also, but she did everything, but it still wasn't good enough. And he made it known at the table that it still wasn't good enough or up to par to him. So at one point in the conversation, he looks over and he goes, I kind of think I kind of upgraded her.
Ooh.
Yo, hey, Sparring Minds listeners, it was great talking with y'all tonight. We're gonna go ahead and end the show. You can't be serious with the number of red flags I'm seeing in this one conversation, bro. That's 10, correct?
So, before we go any further, because there's probably like 10 more flags in this story.
Oh, there's a lot more.
I guess my question now to you guys is, how many flags did it take for you to, I don't know, ignore or look past? Because some people have a threshold, right? Like one red flag is like, oh, maybe it's just his environment, blah, blah, blah. 2 flags, yada, yada. But we're talking 10 now. Like at some point, something's got to turn on. Like, this isn't getting any better. We're adding more than we're subtracting.
Can I throw in the fact also that not only are there 10 red flags, but there are now 10 public red flags because we're discussing this with my family and friends. So now it's not like I can hide some of these things under the rug. You know what I mean? This ain't that no more. We had dinner talking about these red flags, and you sitting here proclaiming these things proudly. Like these are things that you're willing to tell the public. This is crazy.
What color was he wearing to this dinner? Was he wearing red?
He was wearing gray.
He's like a walking red flag.
I think sis should have got out of here a long time ago. And I think what really happened here, even if this isn't the end of the story, I think sis would have been embarrassed enough by all of the reactions at the table that she would have said, something's not right about this. Ain't no sex that good. I don't care what's going on in those first 6 months. That ain't it. To make excuses for this.
Yeah, especially if she's in a position she's in financially where she doesn't need this guy. For him to come in and try to stake claim like he's needed so much, it just there's a huge disconnect here. She's already doing what she's doing. She's managing her money how she's managing it thus far. She's making more than him. Like, she's doing something right from the door.
She's doing a lot right. I just think I really believe she was madly in love with this guy. She was trying her hardest, to kind of bypass some of those red flags. Because even me knowing them, and seeing them, like, he doesn't really come off. I mean, I've never seen him come off as a bad person. He seems like he's intelligent, stuff like that. But once I started hearing more of the story,
I didn't see any levels of intelligence in this entire dinner party.
Once I started hearing the story, it was like, okay, wait a minute. I started getting con vibes, but
yeah. So here's the thing. Honestly, bro. Like, well, let me ask this question: did she left that dinner party with the dude?
She had to.
I mean, they came together, so I at least they came together. I'm not sure I left before.
Did any of the family and friends address the dude at the dinner and say, "Yo, bro, like, I just met you, fam. I don't know what kind of time you on, but the stories you telling sound spectacular, B. Your expectations is crazy." Nobody at the family and friends said that?
We all kind of gave our take on it, and I think after a while he started to realize we weren't on his side. So he kind of he felt a little uptight and whatnot, because I think he really deep down inside, he really thought we were going to side with him on this stuff. I think he really did. But when he realized, and from some of the feedback that we were giving him that, this is not good, It is what it is. But me, I've only known these two for not that long, so I really can't say too much.
No, yes, you can.
There's plenty.
Yeah, there's plenty you can say here because you've just witnessed these red flags firsthand.
Yes.
There's plenty you can say. And not only that, you were invited to a dinner party to discuss this. To discuss what you saw in this couple. Clearly, you had plenty to offer. And that's why I don't get invited to things like this, because people know I'm gonna say, hey, this whatever y'all got going on, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. And I don't mind saying that kind of stuff. That's why Aunt don't invite me places.
Yeah, you gotta know how to say stuff. Like, you gotta be a little PC sometimes.
No. Let me sprinkle a little context into the situation, because back to my question about the red flag threshold.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 10 flags is her threshold because all she's known before that was 25, 30 flags plus. And she's like, man, I can manage 10. I've always had 35 flags that I had to endure throughout my dating career. 10 is nothing. I can manage this. You see what I mean? So
what is a high number of red flags to manage? What is the number for you, Joe? Like, how many red flags before you're like, I'm out of here?
So I think that's difficult, because what's a red flag to Aunt might not be a red flag to me. Right?
That's fine.
So to put a number on that is unfair. But I think
because truthfully, 10 might be actually low.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah,
but give me an example
be.
of a red flag.
Well, just I think the feeling of respect that a woman has for a man, to me, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I can look at a situation and I'm like, yo, she don't respect that dude, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Now, to him, he might not understand. He might not get that same feeling. And it might not be a red flag to him. He might overlook it. To me, I think red flags become overbearing when I start to feel a way about the way I'm being treated in public.
Yeah. And I think that's why this dinner so-called circle meeting happened, because I think she started to feel this is more one-sided than it really needs to be. And I need to know, what I should do.
So let me ask you this, Little. Are they still together now? I mean, I'm not sure when this story happened, but are they still together?
No, actually no. They after that, they talked a little bit, and they went their separate ways.
Yeah, a lot of folks are saying that they see certain flags, they would have been out. They wouldn't have reached 10 flags.
It's easy to say that from the outside looking in sometimes too, isn't it though?
It definitely is.
It's always easy.
It definitely is. Especially when in the first 2 months of this relationship, everything was perfect. So you can fall in love with a person in 2 months. You definitely can fall in love with a person in 2 months. And then the red flags start picking up afterwards.
You could fall in love in 2 months?
Yeah, Charles, you fell in love first night. Stop it. Cut it out.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that after the Christmas break.
Okay.
Because that's lust. That's not love.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Salute to the queen for getting out of that situation. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't easy, but I'm sure she got a realization that, I can be treated better than this. The way this dude's talking to me is not the way.
So let me ask you this. I guess not just related to this story, but just generally speaking. In your opinion, do you think red flags can be corrected?
Some.
Because some people see red flags and they run for the hills.
Yeah.
But there's some situations where, that red flag could essentially be that rose that grew through the concrete. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously it's all subjective and it depends on what that red flag is. But I think there's situations where, you know, old habits can be corrected or bad habits can be corrected. And
You find that
I think a lot of times people don't let some of that stuff correct themselves before, you know, you get to see the full potential of the situation.
I think you find that with women in their 40s, late 30s, who have had enough, and they're kind of really specific now about what they want. And so now some things they might have dealt with as red flags in their 20s, they're not dealing with those things no more. So they were at one point red flags, now they at one point weren't red flags, and now they are.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. But I mean, by that point, you'd wasted 20 years. And now
That's the reason why we see.
Now you're a single lady in the club all the time. Right?
I like Steph Curry's father.
No, that's different. He did his time. He did his time. I'm not sure what those red flags were, but he did his time. He raised, what, 3 or 4 beautiful kids. They all got, you know, their own brands. You know what I mean? Like, he did his job.
Yeah.
We have also done our job here, fellas. Episode 94, Ant.
Yes, sir.
Sparring Minds listeners, we're gonna take a holiday break, so we're gonna be off the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we will come back in January stronger and better than ever.
For sure.
We're gonna talk about littles falling in love in 2 months. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of different things. And we're gonna get the gang back together, and we're gonna.
You fell in love in 2 weeks.
I'm definitely not falling in love in 2 months, but
No, not at all.
Yeah, no.
I might fall in love with a dish.
You fall in love with a dinner, Ant?
Oh, yeah.
At first sight, my nigga.
Yeah. Like, yo, these brings us off the hook. I love these wings.
first of all, I fell in love with Freddie from a different world for first sight.
Myron Monkhouse. That might be love at first sight.
That was love at first sight.
You might know who mine were.
Yeah, I don't know about
I just didn't like her name, but it was cool. So let's get to this mirror time, and I guess
Mirror time, God. Talk to me.
All right. Ignoring the red flags in people because you want to see the good in them can come back later on and cost you.
Yeah, that's real talk.
I don't fully agree with that, but we'll come back to that, man.
Really?
I don't fully agree with that. No, and we don't got much time to go into it, so we'll just table and come back to it.
Let's delve into it. Let's delve into it in January.
For sure.
In the meantime, it's Charlie Hustle.
I'm Sam Little, the guy that fell in love with Cree Summer off first sight.
The Hotel Hightower, man.
Sparring Minds, we appreciate y'all rocking out. Till next time, y'all have a great holiday season.
Merry Christmas.
Safe up on New Year's Eve, man.
Happy New Year.
And
Fellas, if you have questions about what your lady wants for holidays, man, ask her. She'll tell you. Don't be ashamed.
I disagree. If you have that question, because you haven't been listening all year. Now you're in hero mode trying to save the situation.
So trying to save face, huh?
Until next year, man.
Yeah, y'all be good, man. Happy holidays to
Y'all
y'all,
stay safe.
man. Happy New Year, all that great stuff. We'll see y'all.
Follow me on TikTok.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, here we go.
He's gonna be doing that "Can We Talk" challenge on TikTok, so y'all stay.
I definitely am. I mean, we can all finish it up right now if that's what y'all want.
Hold on, I got you.
That's a red flag.
Where we starting from?
All right, fam. I see y'all.